Say that again?
You can just beat its ass, right? You can run through it really fast.
Sure. Hey, welcome to Smash Nights.
Whoop its ass you can.
I'm Junpei.
And I'm Yoda. Kick its ass, Seabass.
Now people really are going to think you're ripping off the Game Grumps.
Maybe I came up with this first. Fuck you. Fucked up you have.
Now you're just ripping off somebody else. Alright, anyway. So you want to tell them what we're doing?
Let's hope that's actually low enough not to record over our voices.
Should probably turn that down, all that epic, like, 90s music.
90s, more like very Genesis-y sound.
Oh, yeah.
So I got frustrated and wanted to play something else, so we're going to do a final episode discussion review about this game.
Yep, and he's not playing anymore. I am.
Nope, Junpei has said he will boss through the game, and we're gonna see how well that pans out.
Yeah, considering, you know, have you noticed that there's not been a whole lot of dancing going on?
Spending all that time getting jiggy with it over by the bushes. Showing these monsters how to actually, like, do things.
Actually, I want to switch that.
So anyway, like a old platformer, this reminded me of arcade games that were intended to eat quarters, because a lot of the monster placement seemed to be so that it would hit you before you had enough time to react, so that you would have to memorize it before it even showed up on screen.
And of course, it's been so long since the first time I ever played it that it does not feel like that to me at all. It has enemies that are super fast and they will fly from off screen. Come on, where are you? Oh, damn it.
With this kind of spread shot.
Oh, God, dude.
You know,
I remember some of the bullshit that's in that game. Oh, my God. Because, well, my memory of not knowing how to play this game has long since been thrust into the canals of my memory shits.
the canals of your memory shits.
Sure, why not?
All right. Good enough.
But, I mean, I can see that a little bit, but at the same time, I can also... I wouldn't say it's one of those... It is intentionally meant to eat quarters. I think it's more of a... This is one of those... React fast or it will hit you. At least the first couple levels. Now, you didn't get to level 3. When you get to level 3, yeah, I can see that. But they also make it very obvious too, and you'll see what I mean.
Part of it, I think, was also the gun I referred to as the little sperm shot. Has a weird trajectory that it forces itself into every time, which doesn't like to hit things properly sometimes. I guess if I'd gotten used to its distance, it would have been better. But
well, this is also one of those ones that, like, when you were missing all the shit in the sand dunes, like, it's one of those that could hit things that, like, the fireball couldn't hit, but you had to be at the right spot for it. Oh yeah, that's right, this guy moves all fast. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Even you have to run away. Even Speedwagon's afraid.
I mean, I probably... Oh, damn! That hurt. Oh, well, I'm about to get something to recover my life anyway. I mean, I might have been able to get him, but I'm still cautious. I still play this game, like, very much memorization style, like anybody would that has played a game 100 million times and basically knows this is what you do. And normally I don't hit that guy, but whatever. Come on, asshole.
I will say I did fairly like this first stage. I felt like it was a little bit boring with the go up the stairs, go down the stairs, go up the stairs, go down the stairs, you're done. But I do enjoy the foresty ruins areas, usually.
Yeah. But, I mean, is it not very much a... It is very much like an old arcade-style game, though, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I was saying the whole time.
Oh god, that's right. Fuck the firewall.
And as you were telling me, it's kind of short too, so it doesn't last long, so it has to be hard to extend the gameplay.
Yeah.
And all that
Like-
talk about those being bats, and
like-
it turns out they're moths.
Like, if I had the wave
the
thing
desert.
equipped, that thing would actually... As a matter of fact. Yeah, fuck you. But this is one of those games that I would say, like, if anybody ever had the desire to, which I know they won't, because this game is, like, very, like, sleeper type deal. Like, I could see somebody trying to remake it more efficient. Like, trying to make it so that this menu system's a little bit easier to deal with. But, I mean, I also understand you have to utilize only certain things, but, like, having to use the high jump by getting rid of one of your weapons is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I could see this having been, if it were, say, remade in a new console, I could see them setting up, say, ring sets to the R and L and R buttons.
Oh, yeah.
So you could quickly just hold down that button and have it equipped, or tap it to toggle through 5 sets or something.
Of course, they would have to make the game a little bit harder at that point. Hey, fuck.
I don't know about have to make it harder. Probably just extend it a bit. Add a couple more stages.
Don't hit me, cactus.
I shot that one right into the fucking stratosphere.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Pew!
And you and these sandworms, man, you were just like... I don't know, something about you fighting these sandworms was amusing.
Whoop, 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 whoop. It did kind of feel like this dune area went on a little bit long.
Oh, yeah. This stage actually feels a little bit long, to be honest, but I think the first stage is meant to be like, okay, this is very much like...
A first stage. It's
Yeah.
short.
Oh, yeah. Because this one's got 3 sections to it, but the other ones kind of have a couple stages to them, too, so... Oh, that did not kill you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that... Hopefully that's not too loud still.
I have no idea. Ugh. As long as it's not coming through the mic, we should be fine. There's that still-ass projectile
What, from the...
from the little statue thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already fairly annoying in how it's set up with how big of a hitbox you have anyway.
You mean how
And all
easily
your
monsters can hit you?
Yeah. And you have rather small projectiles firing out of you that don't exactly, you know, cover a large area with their shots. So it ends up being more difficult to hit the enemy than it is for the enemy to hit you.
That feels like most old games, though.
Yeah, kinda. And when you even had me play this is why I had you playing ActRaiser, was because you have about a similar sized hitbox, but having the melee shot makes it feel like you have an easier time slapping enemies with it. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. That's the one thing I hated about this guy, is I hated how his damn, like, every time you hit his stuff, it had a chance to hit you because it would, like, break away. Oh, ow! I'm actually having more trouble with him than I used to.
Also, the fact that he homes in on you pretty damn well.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't give you a lot of time to, like, get away to actually use projectiles to fight him.
Of course, I could be the smartass and just claim that my getting hit supposedly more than I'm used to is the YouTuber curse. That whole...
Or you could say it's intentional for speedrun strats.
No, it's not. I wouldn't even try to BS that.
See, I got hit there on purpose.
This is not me playing Link and blowing myself up with the bombs in Smash Brothers. That very much was intentional.
This part right here was pretty frustrating because these things did take a lot of hits. the flaming tumbleweeds were indestructible and bounced at random heights, and you did not have much time to respond to them. Like, the dune area with some of the moths, it only felt like a few spots were arcade quarter eaters, but this part felt pretty hardcore quarter eating.
Well, I think I'm trying to remember just to test this. Come back here, thank you. Okay, so they do die. They
Takes a lot of hits.
Well, they also don't get hurt by fire, and you got something that's bouncing up and down, and your projectile's bouncing up and down, and it's like, well, fuck you. And before he does get hit by fire and die. Oh, well, that died quick.
Yeah, there's also that old limitation of the faster your projectile hits a thing, the faster you can fire it.
Yep. Oh, how the hell did I dodge? Ooh, fuck you. But most of these actual fireballs were meant to, like, dodge anyway. Like, me killing them is just because I'm bored.
Yeah, I didn't actually try to fight them, if you'll remember. I tried to dodge all of them, and it didn't work out so well.
Ow! Like that. And I should have probably had my hide jump on, honestly, but I'll be alright. Alright, Mr. Firebird. Now, you didn't get past him, if I recall.
Nope, I fought him once and died. You can stand in the hole.
Yep, you can stand in the hole.
You didn't even tell me that. I thought it was like gonna be a death hole.
No, it's not a death hole.
That's an awful fire noise. It's like TV static. Oh, you're gonna stay over there, bird. You're just letting yourself get hit, bird.
Oh, ow. Damn, that actually hurt. Leave me alone. But if you notice, like, when you get to the edge of the screen, he won't actually, like, keep shooting them directly at you like he kind of got me.
Yeah.
So
he won't actually move all the way over there till you hit you with it. So
no.
It's just kind of like, I'll just throw him down here a bit.
You might actually like the music in here. Alright. You want to see what the strongest fire one does?
The strongest one?
Yeah.
Oh, spread shot. Could have used that way earlier in the fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if those menus loaded quicker, that could have attributed to helping with the game some. Which I'm sure would have been a thing in a newer version of it if they made one. Why'd it get all pale?
Because everything's dying.
Everything's dying?
But yeah, like, this is the area you'll see what I mean, because, like, you talk about eating quarters, like, it has enemies that are super fast, and they will fly from off-screen, so you have to move a little bit and try to expect, are they going to shoot you? So you gotta, like, turn around, shoot shit that's not there, because it might be, and then you have to turn front, shoot shit, and you'll see. It's one of those. And you'll see them, like, barely appear.
Is everything, like, frozen over, or is this like a salt flat?
I think it's meant to be frozen over. You see those little guys just freaking popping up out of nowhere. And then,
I'm a face.
nope, see, like that asshole. Yep.
That was fast. God damn.
And then the one really, the one part of the game I really don't like is well, oh shit! Yeah. It's about when you get the ship in the background. Yep, see, and there's the ship. There's a boss enemy. Well, mid-boss. Then you notice that they're showing up more and more off-screen, like those little guys.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, where are you? Oh, damn it. I might actually die if I'm not careful.
These are like flying goblin hedgehogs.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, where are you, dude?
You gotta get another ship? What the fuck is that thing?
It's like a Yeti. There you go. Give me that.
That looks like when you put on a pair of pajama pants and you pull it up to your shoulders.
Hey, you want to see my somewhat better firewall?
And you dance around. Well, when it's that big, it might actually be kind of useful in those early stages.
That's right, fucking earthquake.
Hey, is it super earthquake? Does it actually hit things now?
I think that the earthquake actually is like supposed to freeze things in place. Like it's supposed to stun them, I think. But like I never use it ever.
The hell was that noise?
That was bats.
That's not a bad
Oh,
noise.
that guy.
He just like twiddly-deed his feet at you as he came down.
See, like, what's this supposed to do?
Yeah, it does nothing.
I'm gonna look up a wiki on this game, and I'm gonna find out like the earthquake is meant to like one-shot something, and I'm like, oh, that would have really been nice to know.
Yeah, like use it on the frame the Yeti lands and he just dies instantly.
Yeah, because dude, you imagine as a kid, the first time I ran into that Yeti, it was just like, what the fuck?
He's just jumping all around and shit.
Most of these enemies are a joke in here, like...
Blue ring.
Yeah, another blue ring.
Now that kind of wave would have been helpful.
You mean the way that actual hit shit?
Yeah, the way it'll actually hit shit. These are the kind of upgrades you would have in a game designed for a console on stage 1. Maybe not with the power they have in here, but with this kind of spread shot.
Oh, God, dude.
You know, he's just freaking the fuck out. Surprise Iceman.
Mm-hmm. Shut up.
God, what's with all, like, the jellyfish things in here? This is supposed to be an ice cave, isn't it?
Ow! And those are hornets.
These enemies are in inappropriate areas. I mean, at least the firebird and flaming tumbleweeds in the damn baked wasteland makes sense. You don't really see bats and jellyfish being... Man, he just took off. You don't really think of bats and jellyfish being in the ice...
Oh yeah, by the way,
rooms.
Does that look like much of anything you would expect?
What, that, like, moving spike?
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a lot of bats. Probably. Oh no! Don't you knock me down there, because that's the other fairy thing.
Huh?
He's just kind of stealthy, isn't he? Hey, asshole! Ow!
Pew.
Yep. And there's like...
And this cryptic HP that I saw you get hit twice, and you don't look like you've taken damage.
Yep. But
I saw that fire go through those hornets.
But it's also...
I saw that wave not even hit that hornet, and it died.
But you could also argue that, like, it's one of those, these enemies don't hit very hard, whereas, like, some of them hit really hard. And guess what? I'm already at a boss. If it'll... Oh, come on, really?
Earth turtle.
Ow, that did hit me. Okay, I thought I could dodge that.
Splart. He's dropping ice on you.
Yep.
Ugh.
And that's one of those, you gotta bait that attack.
Like, this is the boss.
This is the boss.
This is a stage 1 boss.
Yeah, that tiger seemed a little intimidating, didn't it?
He's just like, I'm gonna run at you and run at you and run at you and run at you. He's making a left turn. He's making a left turn.
Guess what? He's dead.
Jim. I say as the ring falls down.
Yep. And this is one of those things that, like, as a kid, like, the stage ends almost as soon as you hit the ring, and I want to try to get, before the stage goes black, I want to try to get to the other side of the turtle, because I want to break the game stuff. But, oh yeah. And since, you know, you were talking about...
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, and this.
Whoa! That's just all over the place.
It's actually quite useful in here, too.
Looks like it.
Actually, the wave is probably what I should be using, though. Just because the freaking rock face dudes. Because it can go through this.
Hmm.
The wave is probably among the more useful ones, but I like the tri-fire the most, honestly.
It does cover a lot of area, which is pretty helpful for those things that are coming at you at a weird angle.
Oh yeah. And I don't like that you can't angle your attack down. I wish you could.
Yeah.
But they do make the game in such a way that it's not that big of a deal.
Yep. And this is the last stage, isn't it?
No, this is the 4th stage. There's one more after this. This does have good music, though. I will say that for like a very sleeper title and like very low budget, it does have some pretty damn good music. Another one of those. I want to try to break the game, but I know I can't because the bridge breaks, and now we're gonna fight a little mini boss.
But I want to make it all the way across. It's Batman.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
It's Batman.
Ow! God, I think kicking my ass a little bit.
How are you flying like that? You're just wiggling.
Now for the fun thing.
What's this? Double jump.
And yes, you can do the high jump and double jump together.
Do they work on the same side?
No, like unfortunately. In fact, I think
Oh, that's lame.
yeah, just double jump.
Double jump takes over.
Yep. The double jump takes over. Matter of fact, I probably want that double jump right now. Yep, because these rock pissers.
As you throw your hand out and don't shoot anything.
Ow! Dick. Ah.
Wait, was it keeping the ring held?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That is one good thing it did, at least. So I can just go in and go, oop. Oop.
That is nice. Probably something that would have helped me a little bit if I'd gotten
Oh, wait.
used to the game
is
better.
this the spot I can go down? There's like... Oh, yes. Okay. Would y'all go away? I'm trying to have a conversation over here. Thank you. Full life.
Just some weird water lady.
Yeah, water fairy.
In a little single pond in the middle of the bottom of a fucking Highland cave.
Yep. They are all elemental fairies. I wonder if I can get there from up here.
And the ice dude one seemed to be like more of a fucking...
Look like a just thing of flame.
Looked like a will-o-wisp.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that was the idea.
Like, I'm a spirit in the middle of here. For fuck all reason.
Now.
For some of it, the level design is pretty nice, but some of it, the level design is pretty piss poor.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's... Oh, that's right. This is only the mid part of this part of the stage. I thought I was near the end of it. Ow, God. Dude, ow! Dick.
At least it's not doing much damage.
I'm surprised that didn't do more than that, honestly. Oh, shit, that's a ton of stuff. Just got punched in the gut. But, I mean, you know, you gotta think, okay, so when I got the Genesis as a kid, my first game, obviously, was Sonic, because, you know, back then games were not or systems were not chodes and decided, hey, we're not gonna give you anything on the first initial run, like, you know, they do nowadays, where, you know, they're like, oh, we're gonna wait till the system's, like, out for, like, a couple years before we will give you a game with it. So obviously the first Sonic game was my first, and then this one was like my second or third, I think. Like I got like this and like one or two other things at the same time. So I had several things at the same time.
Oh, right in the lava.
Oh yeah. So
fortunately, you don't instantly die in here.
No, but it was this. There was like an old game, like puzzle game, like a Tetris type game, although it was not anything like Tetris, but puzzle genre, called Zoom, which you probably would hate that game. I should introduce you to that just because you will hate it so much. And then I had, God, what else did I have? Had freaking Aladdin game. Fuck that carpet ride.
Yeah, I recently actually got to see the Genesis version of that, and I'm not sure which is worse.
The Genesis is
the
hard.
Super Nintendo or the Genesis one, because they're both kind of dicky.
How, dick?
Like, the Genesis one feels like you're going faster, but you don't have to worry about the wave touching your ass.
Mm.
The Super Nintendo one, you had to worry more about the wave creeping up your butt.
Oh, wow, you just didn't even give me much room at all, did you?
You just walked right through him, too, though. You're fighting a fucking dragon. Well, it is a purple dragon. Purple's not exactly the color I would expect for a dragon that shoots fire.
Alright, so, little thing here. Alright, so, I have all the rings. I have all the rings. And, by the way, I haven't shown you one thing, which is that thing. But, surprise, second half of the boss. First time I fought this thing, it killed me, because I'm like, what the hell do I do? And then I remembered something that they don't tell you about. And I even remember looking at a bunch of people, like, online, and they're like, I never knew that. Like, I watched a run-through of a guy playing this, and they were like, oh, I didn't know you could do this. But they hint at the forging the blade at the beginning of the game. But they don't tell you where you get it or how you get it. You know what you do?
What?
Alright, so through the whole game, like, it's assumed that you have... You can't put fire and water together. Obviously. It doesn't do anything. You can't put the wind and earth together. It doesn't do anything. Until you do this. Still doesn't do anything. Right? Still doesn't do anything. All of a sudden, you're like, boom. And he's like, hey, I got a fucking blade. And look at that. Look at how many hits that's doing on him. Done. Dead.
Damn.
Yep. Dead.
Enjoy this platformer where you're a huge dude with a huge fucking hitbox, where all the enemies are flying at you and you wish you had a melee weapon, but you don't get it till the end of the damn game.
And then you immediately have to fight these crow things that will, like, you can't even aim up at in the last level. And it's like, really? And this is actually where the barrier actually doesn't suck, because apparently if you use it, it hangs on for a while. That's a long time.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, it would have been kind of nice if the game actually gave you some kind of hint about that. Because it just says at the beginning of the game that they made a sword, and it's like, well, what happened to a sword?
By the way, welcome to a stage that looks a lot like Castlevania before Castlevania looked this good. I don't even think the Super Nintendo Castlevania 4 even looked this good, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked this good. I guess it would depend on what stage you were in. Some of them look pretty crappy.
I remember the first stage of the game I was not impressed with, and that's all I ever played of it, but...
Like, the peachy colored cavern area was kind of lame. Mostly because it was just the color of dirt.
Oh yeah, did you see how much that hit me for? Yeah, and here I will get wrecked. I'm already at, like, very low health. Well, half health, but whatever. Here, I want to hit your foot. And then they make you go through an area where they specifically, purposely make you have to take off the blade to be able to progress forward. Kind of like right here a little bit. But it's mostly just having to do how that asshole.
Bonk.
Ooh!
That was a lot of damage.
Ah, okay, maybe I better kill him first. Can I even hit him? There we go. God dang. I could use some health. That would be nice. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Bonk.
That's what, 2 hits now?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what it felt like. God dang. Does it feel like a quarter waster to you now?
Definitely.
But like, I remember in the...
It had to be a like hard difficulty jump for these because it was not not nearly that much damage for a long time.
But it's like, you know, like... I remember, damn it, I hate having to do this. But I remember thinking, like, you know, in like most manuals, like the original Legend of Zelda did this, where it was like, you know, they gave the pictures of the enemies in the booklet, and the enemies look freaking terrifying as a child. And then you get them in the game, and it's this little 8-bit sprite thing that doesn't look intimidating at all. But, like, I remember even in this game, like, the enemies that they showed looked freaking terrifying, and then they showed them, and I'm like that guy. And I'm like, all he does is just spin his thing in a big-ass circle. That's all he does.
Yeah, and the art in the game is like some kind of crazy-ass fucking skeletal armor with all gothic spikes and shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
But in here, it's just this still guy who spins the thing.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Come on, Crows. Where you going? Where you going? Come on. I actually have to be a little careful now that I know that. And plus, that crow probably hurts like hell, too. Oh, hey, you too. You're a dick. Die. Oh, yeah, they make him look intimidating. He's the only one that shows up, and you can waste him just like that.
I'm gonna stretch out, die.
Pretty much. Like something you would expect out of One Punch Man. Oh, shit.
Oh, spiders. Or ticks, or whatever the hell those are.
They remind me of the things in Super Metroid that jump around and like grab you and
like
stuff.
Hoppers?
Yeah, is that what they're actually called, as hoppers?
I think they are called hoppers. Or they might have one of those weird alien names.
Oh, that's...
You can't damage that thing?
Nope.
That's cheap.
Oh, yeah.
That's super cheap.
Honestly, I think that's what the barrier's for, but, you know. Well, and then you can also do... No, for this one anyway, at least. And hey, it's like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and attack you. And it's like, no, you're not. Fuck you.
Tried.
Yeah, you did.
So these were your first games?
Huh? This is one... Yeah, this is one of my first, like, Genesis games. So I had a couple of things on the regular Nintendo. I had a couple things on the Super, but... And then, of course, look, asshole. Yeah. And, of course, it's like you have to expect him kind of thing.
I don't really remember what my first Super Nintendo games were. Obviously, one was Super Mario World, but I don't know what else. But I do remember what my first Nintendo games were on the NES. So when my parents bought that, the two games I had to play with first. Now this is what's going to make everybody go, ooh, oh, really? Yeah. My first games to play as a kid.
Enjoy the music, by the way. You might actually like this.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Very, like, 80s sounding music.
Was the NES Top Gun.
Ooh, that does sound like... Was that actually any good?
We never landed the plane.
Oh, that's right. Didn't you... You had to land the plane?
You had to land the plane to get past stage 1. I never landed the plane.
Isn't that, like, so...
None of us did.
Isn't that, like, so hard that is actually, like, a fucking meme?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Because it doesn't tell you where to go. It's just like, land the plane. Aim it right. And apparently later on it's even harder if you watch some of these other YouTubers that have like done these games, like probably like
oh shit,
angry video game nerd and shit, where it's like you have to like line it up halfway through the game to refuel midair, and you've got like you can easily fuck up.
Did that freaking? Oh, that's right. That freaking hurts me. Stupid ass.
Wow.
It's like, no, sorry, Joel Master, you are not Mario.
You just bonked your head. Suck it.
Oh shit. Oh, I should not have went this way. I keep forgetting that I should not go this direction.
But yeah, it was Top Gun, which we never landed the plane, which means we never played further than that. I think I used a Game Genie to get past it for a bit, but then I never really had a lot of fun with that game. The first-person flight games never were my thing.
Oh no, there's a very specific group of people those are deemed towards, and I never understood those people. And if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, I'm not being judgmental. I'm just telling you, you got a unique taste, and good for you, but sorry.
Glad somebody can enjoy those.
That's just like, again, I'm probably about to make certain people angry, but like, I'm not much of a... Oh, wait, what? I don't remember.
Iceberg.
I forgot about him. Ha! I actually forgot he was in here.
And you just annihilated
Apparently
his ass.
I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm chatting with you. I don't remember him being a thing. And this is actually the last area of the game.
Oh, huh. But along with that, I had the first Metroid game.
Oh, well, no one's going to complain about that other than the fact that that game was, from what I understood, if you didn't know what you were doing and it wasn't easy to find out, that took a while.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't know what you're doing and you didn't have a map on hand, that game was balls hard.
By the way, I'm probably not going to beat this without dying at least the one time.
Not with your HP how it is.
No.
Pew pew pew. You can just shoot his shots.
Yep. Well, I say that because I have to fight 4 of those guys, 1 of each element, and then I have to also defeat the final boss with probably something that the final boss will one-shot me with. But he's also surprisingly, like once you know his routine, it's kind of like, really? Yeah.
Good thing that statue dies fast. Fuck it.
But,
reflecting shit all over the screen.
what I was actually going to say was, like, the one thing I do remember, or the other thing that I'm not a big fan of is racing sims. Sims in general, but, like, and I don't mean, like, the stupid, like, The Sims. I'm, like...
Some sim games I like, the racing simulators that are, like, realistic, I don't like.
Yeah, Forza, GT, or
yeah, I can't enjoy
Gran
those.
Turismo, no.
Because on one hand, while they're made to be realistic, they don't feel realistic when you're at lower speeds. Like, the speeds where you should be able to turn the fuck around.
He can just hit me from anywhere, apparently. See?
Apparently.
So...
It's hitting you with one of those, like, large
now,
suckers.
if I had that thing for my earthquake, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But...
Although I do find it weird how your earth things are what's giving you movement.
Oh, god dang it, I thought I could start back at the... Apparently I'm gonna have to start all the way back.
Oh god, you gotta do the whole fucking stage again.
Yeah, I thought I actually would start back from, like, that area, but apparently not. Get the fuck off me! I'm supposed to be showing off how good I am.
But the thing with the Metroid is the story that my mom tells me was that when I was a kid, because I was like 2 when they got
it.
this. Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
That shit was like 86 was when it came out.
Yeah.
I was born in 85. They got it when I was like 2 years old. That's how long I've been playing video games.
So, to be fair, I have to ask this question before you proceed with your story. Did they buy it for you, or did they buy it for themselves?
Both.
'Cause
My parents were gamers before I was born. To finish one story before I start a second one, I actually would not proceed past the ceiling drop enemies.
Oh yeah, you've told me this.
Yeah, I've told you. I don't think I've said anything on the channel about it. So
yeah.
here's the channel exclusive. The channel exclusive. Of I wouldn't go past them, and the reason I gave my mom when I was a kid was because they had eyes.
And I don't remember what you thought was the whole, like, because you...
Like, that effectively meant that they were, like, a living creature, and I didn't want to kill it.
Yeah.
Once my mom managed to convince me that it's a video game, I have to shoot them to continue playing the game past that point. My mom tells me that I just... there was no stopping me again. I was gone. I went apeshit in that game. And I did apparently beat that game when I was a kid. Without game facts, without maps, I did actually beat Metroid.
Props to you.
A long time forward, when the Nintendo Club went and died, I got the one for the DS or 3DS. I think it was the 3DS. Like download for like the last bit of my coins or whatever.
Oh,
that
like
gotten.
the actual port of the original Metroid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went and put that on there, and I took my tablet and I put a map on the tablet.
They did?
I did.
Oh, you did.
And then I went to go play the game while I took shit. And it took me 2 shits to beat the game.
Wow.
Because as long as you know where things are in it, it's really easy and short. Like, if you just plan the route to get, say, the ice beam and stuff, and just, like, beat the bosses, get the ice beam, get the long beam, get the wave beam.
Ooh, you almost hit me.
You can basically plan a route to where whenever you're low on HP, you can just pick up an energy tank.
Mm.
And it'll refill your ass. And then it's like, keep on trucking. And Ridley is a joke. Ridley is a silly, silly joke. Because he will only throw so many fireballs at you on screen.
Mm. Oh, by the way, what I think I'm supposed to do for this, which is still bullshit, but I think I'm supposed to actually come over here and jump over him. Which actually, now that I think about it...
Can you get up there?
I think I might.
Because it throws the second one at you.
Yep, and you can also, since you really didn't see this, and this thing is going a lot faster than me, get the fuck out. Oh, no, I can't jump on. Okay. But, this is one of those things that I wish I could. God dang.
What was I talking about?
Balls.
Oh, yes, the balls touching in that second episode of Shining Force 2.
No, you were talking about the... how easy it was and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like you just take a route to get the ice beam, you kind of loop around in Ridley's lair one time, because Ridley throws fireballs. Only so many will be out at a time, so if you freeze them all and don't kill them, he won't throw anymore.
Yep.
So you just freeze him in the right spots, he'll get stuck jumping in place, and you can just fire at his feet and kill him. With, like,
ow,
no effort.
Well, and that's like...
It's, like, super embarrassing.
For me, the similar story was, the Zelda games. Because, for me, the Zelda games, like, me and my mom played those. At least, well... The original Legend of Zelda, and then Link to the Past. Because we both quickly found out, fuck Link's Adventure. Fuck that game in the ass. I've watched the Game Grumps try to play that game. Fuck it in the ass. So yes, at some point, I'm probably going to be playing that game on this channel. And he is going to be laughing his ass off at me. That's probably going to be the first moment that I truly rage. It is when we play that game. Because just watch, I remember some of the bullshit that's in that game. Oh my god! Did you see that? Did he just take off like 3 health from landing on him?
Wow.
Oh my god!
Don't touch the enemies. Jeez.
Not again, god damn it.
Speaking of Link's Adventure though, I actually got really far in that game without guides when I was a kid. I got up to the point where you'd get the raft. And that's where I got stuck, because I couldn't figure out how to get anything else.
I want to go down here and see if there's actually... Oh, shit, that's right. There's, like, a ton
There's fish!
But
there's also HP.
Yeah, and that's very much needed. But, like... Oh, God, that's right. This bullshit. No, let me see if I can...
Are those the spear things?
Yes, I think they are. And you notice how they were placed.
What about speed up?
Well, that is... You know... I never would have thought of that on my own. And before I take, like, 3 more things of health. Nope, didn't work. Damn.
It didn't do hardly any damage, though, compared to dropping on Mr. Ball Swinger.
I know, right? That was ridiculous.
You just drop down, your HP's just like, wonk.
It's like, really?
And now it's like spear in the taint, and it's like, oh, that kind of tickled.
Oh, we know what your fetish is, Mr. Jewel Master. But it's like... But not only that, but like... Well, okay, so back to Zelda, like... I want to go over there. I want to go over there, but I feel like I probably don't need to come over here. Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, this is one of those surprisey floors. Like, I will fall down there.
Like they had in original Metroid.
Yep.
That asshole room.
Oh yeah. So, with the original Zelda games, like, the first one, the 8-bit one, oh shit. I would always play in the, that still hurt like a bitch. I would always play in the overworld. and my mom would always fight in the labyrinths. And she hated level 6. But everybody hated level 6.
Which one was 6?
Wizrobes. That was the one that was up near the graveyard. Because those...
Talking about the original?
Yes. Because those guys were dicks.
Yeah, I can never remember games like that by dungeon number.
But it was...
You just waved your hand at him like, you're going to die now.
Yep.
Once I put my rings on and actually do it.
But I remember, like... She actually... My mom was very cool about this, because she actually, like... The maps were on a grid system.
Yeah.
And... but my mom actually made, using graph paper, her own personal maps. And would actually, like, put a legend of, like, okay, this is in here, like, kind of stuff. And, it's thanks to my mom, so thank you, Mom. She is the reason why I'm able to still fairly, to this day, remember the route through, level 9 in, you know, the final dungeon. Because that was, if you remember, that's the one that had, like, most of the games had, like, these little one teleporter, maybe 2 per level that would take you from one place to another. But that one had, like, 8 or something like that. And it was huge. I mean, the whole thing was a grid-shaped skull. And so it was huge. And, hey, don't do that.
Don't touch me.
And so it was ridiculous. And so I memorized her little legend with all the arrows, where the arrows were like, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And so, like, I don't even go through half that dungeon anymore now, because I know the direct route. But it was when we got to Link to the Past that I think she started to hit that point where she didn't want to play as much as I wanted to play, because I was hitting that point where it's like, that's all I ever wanted to do, other than the occasional going outside, because I actually had a cool area growing up to do that. And she pretty much, I hit that point where I tried to do that with the dungeons in that game too, and she basically was like, you need to wait on me. Like, I remember, like, she was in the kitchen with, like, my grandmother or something, and they were cooking food.
She may have not been playing, but she wanted to see.
No, it was actually one of those, I was playing, and I got to the dungeon, and I didn't want to do it. And I wanted her to do it. And, she was like, I'm in the middle of something. I don't want to. If you want to keep playing, do it yourself. And so I was just finally like, okay. And I did it. But there were still things in these early games that still kind of freaked me out a little bit. And this game kind of had those moments too, like that giant Yeti thing. That thing was like, oh god, what the hell, kind of thing. Like that was kind of terrifying.
It was jumping around pretty wild ass, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so. Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, that's right. I have to jump over that bullshit. Oh, he's dead already. And this one's like one of those you have to stand in, like, just the right spot, because it's the wave. Oh, not there.
Pew 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 pew.
Ow! God damn. But yeah, like, I remember even in Super Metroid, like, there's this one spot where, and they have a couple of these where they have, like, the monster face things and that are meant, like, to be background stuff, but you have to, like, go through the mouth and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember one of them very specifically on the way to get to Kraid terrified the hell out of me, because, like, I remember seeing it in the Game Pro. I used the Game Pro strategy guide. I guess I'm just gonna have to double jump that. I remember seeing the picture of it in the Game Pro strategy guide, and I'm like, that thing is gonna come to life and it's gonna bite me in the ass. And so it took so much freaking courage for me to finally get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go through it, and then it doesn't do anything. And even today, there's still a little part of me that would wonder if it would do something, because you just...
I was used to the face-looking ones from Metroid 1, but your experience with the Zelda games is like...
Oh yeah, by the way, boss fight.
Yeah, it looks like one. Where it wasn't actually with me. It was actually with one of my older half brothers. Another one of the games we had for the NES was Ultima Exodus, which, if anybody's watched all those Spoonie reviews, Ultima 3. I'm a skeleton. I'm a skullhead.
By the way, welcome to...
Wow, that's a fastball.
Yeah, welcome to the bear actually is useful. Because that's going to keep me alive enough to maybe actually...
Too bad you can't shoot while you have the barrier open.
Oh yeah, and then this bullshit.
Where's his sword?
He's got it.
Where did he get that sword? What's that sword?
I don't know.
I want that sword.
But I'm gonna...
This game should have had a New Game Plus where you got that sword.
New Game Plus. Don't make me play Chrono Trigger on this channel, because I will use any excuse to do so.
Oh god, we both would. But that experience was with my mom and Ultima Exodus, where she didn't exactly like do a graph paper map or anything, but that was the only time she has ever actually called one of the hint hotlines, because she would never let me do it. She never wanted my half brother to do it because he kept doing it.
You're talking about the 1-900, like $3 a minute shit.
And she never wanted him to do it because he kept calling them and wasting time asking like one dumb question, and then would call again later, and it was starting to get expensive as fuck.
Oh, come on, die! Oh,
but see, my mom actually made them mad. Because what she did was she played the game and wrote down a bunch of questions to rapid fire ask them.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually even got an answer out of one of them of, "We're not supposed to tell people this."
As in a confession of we try to keep you on the phone as long as possible kind of thing? Or...
No, as in like we're not supposed to answer that specific question about this game.
Why?
I don't remember which one it was.
Oh,
I don't think she ever told me.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna freaking die.
But it was like she was asking all those questions and getting them. It was driving them nuts because they weren't able to keep her on the phone for very long.
You see this?
Yep.
I don't remember him. God, one more hit. God dang it.
You have this perchant of just beating bosses with 1 HP. This happens a lot.
All right. I enjoy this amazingly good ending.
No, what does it say? Like, you did it? The end?
Pretty much. No, even worse.
There's no mention in history of the battle waged between the Jewel Master and the forces of evil.
And by the way, it's like...
Nobody talked about it.
Three sentences, and they take like a minute between stills to let the music play. Because I really think that's what this game was about, was having the music, like Toho. Yeah, I know.
It looks like he's just about to like fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna take a nap leaning against this.
He looks very odd.
Yeah, that one doesn't look so good.
He also looks very skinny.
The rest of them looked really nice. This one kind of looks like they kind of like shat that one out really fast. But legends do speak of 12 magical gems and an ancient kingdom that flourished in peace. Eh. Oh god, the sun rose.
Yep. The light is coming back.
But yeah, my mom asked them a bunch of questions like that, and like
I wish you could remember what that was.
Yeah, I do. I do wish I could.
And she probably doesn't.
Probably not at this point. That was one of those games where I feel no shame in game genieing because it limited you too much at the very beginning. To where if you had, such as the stuff of Legends. Whatever. I'm telling a story here. Where it was like, even letting you have the extra bonus stuff for it, it really didn't break the game at all.
Which one was this?
Ultima Exodus.
Oh, that's right. But, by the way, just... So that's the end. It's like, you did this awesome stuff, and history doesn't remember you. Good job.
It just remembers a kingdom that was peaceful.
Yep. Yep.
Good job.
But anyway,
Bitch.
tell your story real quick, because we're at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's just that it was just one of those games, like, if you did... The way it worked with the mechanics was, the higher your main stat for magic was, the better a spell you cast. But it cost that much of your MP. So sure, you unlocked the big-ass spell that could wipe the whole floor at the beginning, but you got one cast of it.
And that was it.
And that was it.
I also think this is one of those games that it like makes you like reset the damn thing.
Wow.
Because, yeah.
And it doesn't even give you like a fin or a the end screen. It's just like,
Oh wait, no, there it goes. Yeah, no, it just goes back to the title.
Oh, Sega.
Yep. So, yeah. So
same graphic.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like look.
You went through that whole game for the first graphic that shows up in the game.
Yep.
To show up again.
Yep. But so I mean, but you gotta think though, like early '90s, this was actually a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, this actually reminds me of another game that's, from what I remember, was much better, and I do want to actually play sometime soon. And if you guys want us to play it, please let us know, because if he hasn't played it, I want him to play it. And that actually was one of those really cool ones that like they were like, hey, we're gonna make you feel special, and we're gonna like give you the case, and you open up the case, and it's got more than just the instruction booklet, and it had posters. And one of the posters was Altered Beast, I think is how you said it. If you ever heard of that one, that one was actually pretty cool, and it was 2 players, so I actually wouldn't mind playing that. But
heard of, seen a little bit of gameplay, haven't really played it.
Yeah, it was tough too. But anywho, so, but yeah, so this was part of my childhood. So woohoo! It is what it is. If you played this, please let me know. And if you enjoyed it, you know, as always, you know, I think I said this in the first video, and you know, so if you enjoyed it, let us know. And well, you know, let us know what some of your childhood games were too. Because oh hey, we actually get a demo.
A demo that jumps to the end of the game instead of like only showing the first part.
Oh, I'm sure there's more than this. Oh, it does actually.
It froze them in air.
Yeah, it actually does stun them. Okay.
This is how you.
Why
use
do you have the
Earthquake.
basic fireball though? Like you should be like doubling up by now, tripling up. Like what are you even doing? Weak. Oh, look at all this stuff. You're using the basic fire, and you have the why? This is not.
Wait, did he have all the rings?
No, he has all but the. I think the last one at this point. No, he doesn't have the double jump one at this point too. So he's missing 2 rings. That's it. So.
Well, anyway,
he's getting his ass hosed. But yeah,
it may not be the first game that one of us finished that we were playing specifically for us to play, like the one that didn't play it before. But we finished a game.
Yay!
The first game. Even if it was me basically giving up and Junpei over here bossing through the whole thing. Right there while we talk about other games.
And you watching the YouTuber curse hit me really, really hard.
Didn't look like it hit you that hard.
Well,
you still pretty much wiped the floor with the game.
Well, yeah. I was.
You look like Dan playing the fucking Karate Kid game.
Fuck that game.
Did you see him play that shit?
No.
He beat the crap out of that game. I'm pretty sure they were talking about how like they didn't have a good game for him to play when he first joined or something, and he was like, "Yeah, I played this one when I was a kid," and he just like mowed down like several levels straight, and it was just like, "Yep, kicked its ass." And I think fucking Aaron was like, "Holy crap!"
Oh yeah.
It was like as I was watching it, I was like, "Holy crap! I remember that game. That's a pain in the ass."
Oh yeah. Well, we could go on and on, but this is already a long episode, so.
Yep.
As always, guys, if you've enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button. You want to see more? Go ahead and subscribe. Until next time.